Hey guys, welcome back to the kitchen. Today we're going to use some of that leftover pulled pork that I smoked this weekend. We're going to do a keto version of pulled pork nachos. Stay with us. We'll be right back. There's a big misconception when you eat low carb that you can't eat good and fun. You can't have chips, you can't have nachos. But we get these low carb tortillas at Sam's and they are literally 0 carbs per each tortilla, right? So what we figured out is you cut these tortillas and you deep fry them for just a few minutes, flash fry them. It makes them nice and crispy, and it's just like eating tortilla chips from a restaurant. While the grease gets hot, what we do normally when we're trying to make like chips or something we're just going to eat with dips and whatnot, we'll cut these in 4s. But for tonight, I'm going to cut them in halves. That way they're bigger chips, and they'll shrink up a little bit, but you'll see about that size of a chip. That way it's easier to dip with the meat on it and everything. The easiest way to cut these is with just a pair of scissors. We've got shears with our knife kit, and so you just kind of aim right down the middle there, and then you just cut them right in half real easy. So what we don't use tonight, we'll put them in a bag, season them up, and use them as just regular chips. Make sure you don't have your finger in the way. That'd be bad. All right, so that's one entire family pack. Again, bought at Sam's. The grease is now hot, so we just take a few of these, peel them off. So drop them in your basket. Doesn't matter if they overlap a little bit because they're going to curl up some anyways. But you want to get the oil on both sides, so you really don't want to overload the basket, so to speak, because I'm going to be poking these down under the grease and make sure they're getting hit on both sides. They'll puff up, which is totally normal. You can poke a hole in the puff and it'll get that air out of there. It's totally normal. If you've ever fried a tortilla before or cooked a tortilla in the oven, they like to puff up, and that's fine. And you'll feel them. They'll go from soft to crunchy and you'll feel them. That one crunched up pretty quick. Let's go ahead and pull him out. Once we've pulled them out of the grease, you hit them with just a little bit of butter flavor cooking spray. Just light coating. And then go ahead and season them as you want to season them. We're just doing a little Lowry seasoned salt and a little garlic salt just for seasoning, because we're going to put nacho stuff all over them anyways, but just to give the tortilla a little bit of flavor, saltiness. All right, so the next step of the meal is making a homemade Pico De Gallo. Pico De Gallo is kind of a staple in Texas, where I'm from. It goes with nachos and tacos and eggs and you name it. If you can't find a good use for good homemade Pico De Gallo, I can't help you. But we're gonna make the easiest Pico De Gallo I know how to make, and it's gonna be a white onion, 4 Roma tomatoes, some lime, fresh cilantro, a jalapeno, and a little bit of garlic salt. We're just chopping up the As you can tell, this knife is super sharp. I have no pressure on it whatsoever. Depending on how hot you like it, you can take the seeds out. You can de-seed it or you can seed it. I like seeds in it. My family likes hot Pico de Gallo, so we leave seeds in. All right, next thing you want a little fresh cilantro. All you're going to use is the edges of this, right? So just washed it. We're just going to chop off a little bit of the edges here. Plenty. And you just want to give it a good chop too. Good white onion. Last but not least, lime juice. Ready to get your hands in there and get dirty. Get you a good mix here. Damn, cilantro sticks to you every time. You like Pico De Gallo? We'll have the taste tester here. Give it a good try. Needs more lime. Probably needs a little garlic salt too. Baby, you want to come try it? Better.
Really good.
All right, low carb homemade chips and Pico De Gallo. Cheers. All right, so we're going to do a homemade cheese sauce to go on top of this. Again, 100% keto. Velveeta is okay, and we do use Velveeta sometimes, but Velveeta has some carbs in it. It has about 3 grams per ounce. If you use just sharp cheddar, butter, and heavy whipping cream, you can make your own cheese sauce. It's just as creamy and good, and not have the carbs. So that's what we're going to do here. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just mixing butter and heavy whipping cream, and I'm gonna go ahead and get it hot and bring it to a boil. I'm gonna put some seasonings in it, probably a little paprika, maybe a little seasoned salt, and some garlic, just a few seasonings just to spice it up a little bit. It's hot. We're just gonna put a little paprika in it. Not much. A little seasoned salt. And a little garlic salt. All right, what we're using is the sharp cheddar. Got this from Sam's. You get it in 2 1-pound bags. You can put any blended cheese in here you want. Matter of fact, I have some Monterey Jack I can put in there. I got some Colby Jack I can put in there. Kind of up to you, your preference, whatever you want to do. And you'll see it see how runny it is, almost like Velveeta. And so the final step of tonight's meal is I've smoked this pulled pork on Sunday. It's now Tuesday. We had a little bit of leftovers last night. And so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna cube this up pretty small, and we're gonna top our nachos with this. If you wanna check out the video of me smoking the meat on Sunday, I'll link that above, and you can go back and watch how me and my associate chef Josh, we took care of it. Make sure if you're gonna do leftovers like this, if you're gonna cut it and cube it, do it cold. Don't heat the meat up first. It makes cutting it so much easier, and it's easier to handle. All right, guys, so here you have low carb nachos with homemade chips, homemade cheese, leftover pulled pork, and homemade Pico De Gallo. Got everything spread out here. Which I don't know is my wife hadn't eaten all day and she's sitting over here salivating over me making this plate. Right under the buzz. All right, guys, there you go. Pulled pork nachos, homemade. Cheers. All right, guys, I hope you liked the recipe. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below. Please let me know what you thought about it. If you have any questions about this recipe, just let me know in the comments, and we'll see you at the next recipe.